We all know you at the beginning as Shelia Grant, who went through a heck of a time. But that wasn't your first television, was it?
No, I was Mrs. Chadwick, the bookie's wife in Corrie.
So that's where it all started.
Yeah, mostly in the Rovers with Annie Walker. I mean, it was just like, because, I'd watched Coronation Street since day one, so it's an institution then as it is now.
And then Brookside was something completely new.
Brookside was totally new, and I didn't really know what it was. I was doing Corrie when I got the interview. It was very exciting because it was so new, and we had great writers.
And they really had it in for Shelia Grant. She went through so much.
Oh, she went through everything. Yes, through the mill, yeah. It
And
was
the
great
rape,
drama to play.
The rape as well.
Oh, the rape
that was
thing
dreadful.
was... I was slightly nervous about it because I had, in my own... When I was 27, had been sexually attacked, and I was attacked from behind. He ran, and I could hear him, and I turned round and I could see him at the side of this bridge, and I realised how lonely it was and no one around. Then I heard him running up behind me, and he got me by the throat, and he was trying to drag me off this path, and I thought, if he gets me off this path... At first I thought, here's my bag, if you want it, take it. Didn't want the bag. And I thought, if he gets me off this path, I don't know what's going to happen. So I just kept fighting. And I remember him standing back and looking at me like, why did I choose this one? And then he was gone. And why I'm telling you this is because the drama was going to happen. This guy was going to run up behind me and grab me and drag me into these bushes. And I was frightened that I'd lose control. Because I still, even to this day, can't have anybody run up behind me. If somebody's running up behind me, I have to just stop and wait for them to go past. It was almost like drama therapy because I got rid of this fear and I could talk about it. I hadn't talked about it, and I'd never told my parents. And
so what reaction did you get from them?
Well, my mother said, why didn't you ever tell us if that happened to you? And I went, well, because you'd worried. They'd have worried, so you didn't. I kept it to myself.
When I think of Shelia Grant, I think of a very strong northern woman. Is that like you?
There's part of me that's like that. There's another part of me that's susceptible to depression, susceptible to anxiety, susceptible to shyness, which I was always like as a child. I was two people as a child, gregarious and shy at the same time, and I don't know how, and I never know what I'm going to be when I wake up.
When you did the Royle Family, you all seemed to gel really well.
Oh, yes. And, the Royle Family was the other family. I miss it so much, and all the people that were there. And I suppose if I could turn back time, that's the time I'd turn back to, of everything.
It looked like you were just making it up as you went along.
We looked as if we were making it up, but it was very strictly, very, very strictly written, and the dialogue had to be exactly as it was written, and even those pauses, of which there were many, had to be right.
Comedy time.
There was a moment when we had to go round. I gave, does everybody want a Christmas polo? We all had a polo with all these polos out and all the time that took. And then the camera went on Jim sucking his polo, and then it went to thing. And at first we were going, oh, quick. And she was, no, don't need to say anything. She just knew. And she was always right. She was a little genius, that woman. Kind and funny and generous. I miss her terribly. I think we all do, really.
You've still got her phone number in your phone?
My phone number's in my phone, but, I'm sure you've got phone numbers in your phone. People who've died and you can't go delete. It's very hard. Something about the word delete, then they've gone forever, haven't they?
Well, there are some people too special to let go of, aren't there?
Yes, yeah. I suppose that's it, yeah.
So when you look back over, say, the last 30 years, 40 years, do you think that things have changed?
The thing that the thing that worries me that is going backwards is the lack of grants and student fees, having to pay student fees. When I went to drama school, there was a grant provided. It wasn't much, but it paid for me, so my folks didn't have to. Now there isn't.
So do you think that we're missing out?
Yes, because the richness of working class kids and the talent that is abounding is not there, because they can't afford to go.
If you were starting out today, do you think that you would have got through the system?
No, I'd probably have just joined the amateurs, if I'm honest. I'd have had to do it in some form, because it was something in me. I can't explain it, it's just something in me. So I'd have just joined the amateurs, because if my folks, no way my folks could have paid.
You're a grandmother now, aren't you?
Yes.
So when you're not with your grandchildren, I guess these dogs keep you pretty busy.
These two dogs, yeah, they keep me very happy and busy, yeah. They're my comfort, yes. The house doesn't seem empty with these around.
They're great characters.
Oh, they're great characters.
They've kept me busy
lovely.
trying to.
They've kept you very busy
while I've been listening to you.
Rubbing their tummies behind the camera. Yes, I can see you.
Sue, thank you so much.
And may I say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
For being a wonderful presenter and somebody who's been in my home for so many years. It's lovely to have you here in mine.
Sue, thank you so much. That's lovely.